Hey there, it's Kylie Men's here, and today I just want to share you this quick tip. I was on a call the other night, which is part of our new high ticket sales academy, and basically the academy is teaching people how to really hone their skills in to sell higher ticket items. So, you know, you can imagine selling something at $25 and selling something at $3,000. And actually, when you're in sales like I am, and I have been for many, many years, what you realize is actually selling a $25 product or a $3,000 product takes you the same amount of time and energy than it does, but obviously the reward is much greater. I used to find this with housing. You know, to go and sell a $200,000 flat compared to a £1 million house is no different. It takes you the same process to go through to understand your client's needs, build rapport with them, get to understand what they're looking at, and then obviously close the sale. Now, when you're selling high ticket items, it's exactly the same process. You just have to be able to position yourself differently. And the training I was listening to, which is obviously in our back office, so you have to be a member of Empower Network to get this training, was going through the process of how to position yourself, how to be in the right frame of mind, and how to really sell and upsell to people when they come in and join the business, and to show them the benefits of it. And it was really interesting. One of the guys on there, Chris Record, was just doing an overall mindset training, and I just found it fascinating to listen to him and just to quickly share his technique of what he did. And I'm sure if you get onto our team or anything like that, you can go through the training yourself, which will give a lot more in detail. But basically what he was saying was, obviously to sell high ticket items, you have to be at a certain energy level, you have to have a certain belief and confidence in yourself and what you're doing, otherwise people won't buy into you. You know, people buy from people, and if they can see that you've got the confidence and the positioning, they will then won't even hesitate to spend 2, 3, 5, 10 grand with you. So one of the things he was looking at was, what's the crap have you got going on in your life and how do you deal with it? Now, we all have crap going on. Everyone has bills to pay. You know, sometimes you might have a death in the family. You know, you may be in a job you hate and trying to get out of it, or whatever's going on in your life. When you're selling to people, that can't come through. People can't really, they're not going to buy into you if they're buying into your crap and all you're doing is moaning and whinging and, oh my God, this never works, and that sort of scenario. So you have to be in the right frame of mind to sell. And he went through the kind of heavy blow scenarios and how you deal with your crap. And what it was a 5-stage process. So your first process is the heavy blow. You know, it's crap, I'm shook up, something's major's happened in my life, and oh my God, what am I going to do? The second stage of dealing with the mindset is how you cope with it. So yes, you're going to survive, and you're just at that coping level. The third stage is you're getting over it. So you're moving on. You know, it's a bit like a relationship. You kind of have that, oh my God moment, I've left, or someone's dumped me, whatever. You kind of cope with it. You go through the motions of, am I going to survive? You might have 2 or 3 days under the duvet, whatever. And now you're getting over it. You're moving on. You know, you might be out meeting new people or whatever. So you're in that kind of get over it phase. And then the next stage is you're over it. Life's moved on. You're fine. You've got no real emotions come up when someone talks about it, or if they do, you're okay with it. You're just talking about it in general and you're moving on. And then the 5th stage, which I think a lot of people don't get to, or they don't allow themselves to, is seeing it then as a blessing. Now, he used his example of what he's just gone through with his son, who's obviously been diagnosed with quite a bad illness, and how he's got to the stage of, okay, you know, I can now cope with this, and actually it's a blessing. I'll be able to add value and give him a fantastic life because of what I'm doing with my life. And I use that a lot when I talk about my previous marriage. Now, some people know that I was married before, some people don't. But in a way, I have got to a stage where, yeah, of course, I was devastated at first. It was awful. I didn't think I'd ever cope. Would I ever get involved again? You know, all that sort of scenario. But now I'm in that blessing mode, because if it hadn't have happened, I would never have travelled, I wouldn't have seen the world, I certainly wouldn't have come to London to live, I wouldn't have met the most amazing people I do, and I wouldn't be, no way would I be creating the lifestyle that I'm creating now of freedom. So what sort of mindset are you in? But the key to the mindset thing was actually how quickly you can reframe what's happened to you in your life. So the 5-step process is how quickly then can you bring that down to a quicker timescale. So, and no, I don't mean someone dies and you've got to get over it by tomorrow. But what I mean is, do you let it go on for days? Do you let it go on for weeks? Do you let it go on for years? You know, how quickly do you go through that 5-stage process? And trying to reframe what's happened to you. You know, they always say mindset's not about the crap that's what's happened to you. It's about how you deal with that crap. And, you know, a lot of people deal with it really badly, and they can spend, you know, you see people years later that are not over their relationships and they're not over stuff. And don't get me wrong, we've all got baggage, and I'm sure somewhere along there's something we're all covering. But it's about looking at how you reframe it quicker so you can move on. You know, you might lose a bit of money here, or, you know, you might face a roadblock in your business, but how quickly can you deal with that? How can you turn it around to a positive? How can you turn it around to a learning experience? How can you turn it around to something that's going to benefit you so you can move on your business? So stop the negative talk, stop complaining, stop blaming, and just move on with your business. And hopefully this mindset training helps. I know it's just a short one, but just wanted to give you the tips out of our High Ticket Academy. And obviously, if you're interested in that, click on the link below. There'll be a link to my Empower Network link. The training in there is absolutely phenomenal. Our team is amazing. So do drop in and yeah, come and check us out. Cheers. Bye.